Awak Studio.
Assalamualaikum, halo hai. Okey, hari ni episod yang terakhir sebab aku akan buat season 2 kalau ada rezeki lah. Okey, season 2 mungkin kita akan ubah. Sekarang ni kita panggil all the seniors dalam industri kan. Mungkin season 2 kita akan panggil yang current punya artis lah. Okey, alright. Tak jadilah kalau aku tak panggil seorang wanita yang berpengaruh dalam industri muzik Malaysia ni. Lain dan tak bukan Thompson.
Hello.
Kak Jenn, apa cerita terbaru?
Obviously saya punya area of expertise is membuat show. So kita baru habiskan konsert kenangan Kelly untuk arwah Kelly dengan Haji. And then saya ada terlibat dalam Spotify on stage di Jakarta and coming out is Bangkok lah. So a lot of shows lah.
Kita tahu ramai dan tahu dan ramai juga tak tahu macam mana mula-mula asal penglibatan Thompson ni di dalam arena banyak sangatlah dalam muzik ni. Ada pengurusan artis, pengurusan pentas dan macam-macam lagi lah. So kalau saya tak silap, Thompson ni bermula daripada satu company yang besar iaitu Mike Bernie yang menghasilkan seperti Allahyarham Sudirman, Nur Kemalansari. Okey, Kak Jenn boleh ceritakan sikit tak?
Sebenarnya bila saya berumur 10 tahun ke 12 tahun, saya dah tahu saya agak berminat dengan muzik. Wow. Music is my love, is my passion. And di sekolah pun saya organize konsert sekolah. Dari kecil I dah do this thing. And bila I sampai umur 13 ke 14, saya rasa saya nak jadi musician. Saya nak main music. So saya main gitar, saya boleh. And then I think about playing bass because it's different for a girl. So saya ambil bass lessons, play bass. Tapi saya tak ke mana. So I'm very realistic. So bila saya dah main bass, tapi saya rasa my talent is not bermain music. Try macam-macam lah. Try main band, all girl band lah. Play everywhere. But I said, okay, this is not me. There is something tak betul about this thing. Alright. So when I hit 16 or 17, saya dah hang out dengan pemuzik-pemuzik yang main di club. But they all know that I'm not jenis roadie. I mean, all those kind of hang out dengan musicians. They know that I'm very serious in the business. Because I datang, I tengok how do they play, what are they playing. Bands like Explorers 2, Delta, Revolvers, all these people were already playing in club, were already senior musicians to me. I nampak Hillary main dekat club. Hillary, Bong, all of us are friends, you know. Search even. Lama kelamaan, Mike Bernie yang selalu turun club juga, dia ada spot saya. Dia ada tengok, this girl comes down to the club quite often and I don't drink, saya tak minum, saya tak merokok. And I'm very serious. When I ask musicians, what is it like? How do you do this? How do you do that? So I'm very curious. So dia kata, why don't you come and do management? Then I think to myself, maybe I should try doing management. So at 20, I was already doing management in Mike Bernie's company. Saya production assistant, production coordination assistant. So kita dapat bekerja dengan the top of the range, like you said just now, Allahyarham Sudirman, Nur Kemalansari, Khatijah Ibrahim, Francisca, JJ at that time. So when you dah dapat opportunity bekerja dekat that level, that young, I tell you, it really changed my life, being involved in the music business. Dan saya rasa, saya anggap Mike Bernie sebagai ayah saya in the business. He really take me in. He teach me everything, and then we do. So we went through Sudirman in Shawkit Road.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. You can see me in the video, okay? The video yang dia shot untuk History Channel. That's me.
If you think about the people power, I rasa that's the concert yang orang cakap unite.
I have not seen somebody like Allahyarham since then because he's very good at uniting people. It doesn't matter what race, what religion. Kalau you tengok depan the front of stage dekat barrier tu, akan ada segala Malaysians nyanyi all those songs. Balik kampung ke, basikal tua ke, hurray ke, all of them are singing. So that time yang agak gemilang for the music business in the 80s and 90s is something that saya agak, is a very special time. I rasa very lucky to have passed that time. Definitely. And to see music Malaysia yang gemilang gitu, where everybody listens, everybody sings the song. You can see that impact of those kind of songs even up to today. You nyanyi lagu-lagu yang dulu-dulu
Masih evergreen punya.
Masih, yes. So you understand the impact of music over time bila you look back. Bila kita buat SEA Games closing, 80,000 orang, and we did that journey through time with music. Doesn't matter what race, what religion, you are singing every single song. It doesn't matter whether it's Zainal ke Ella ke Sheila ke, all those songs. That's how much impact music had in those days. Music still has that impact now, tapi kita kurang rasa because kita kurang tengok shows like that.
So you rasa memang sampai sekarang pun memang kurang kan konsep bergerak.
Betul.
Macam mana kita punya artis dulu turun padang, diorang betul-betul buat mendekatkan diri diorang kepada peminat.
Betul. I mean, that is actually the magic of music, is to tengok it live. Bila you nampak music live, the emosi on top the pentas, and it all 100% depends on the artist dekat atas pentas tu. The skill of singing, the skill of winning the audience, that is agak terselah when you go on tour. The more you tour, the more you perform, the better off you are. Your skill akan naik, for sure. I mean, there is somebody who is afraid to sing, nervous, shaky start, you will become the best there is if you continue to do it. So that's why touring is macam a journey for an artist. Dia menimba pengalaman, and eventually you will see the artists that they are 10 years, 15 years down the line. It's not instant. You boleh dapat instant fame, tapi your pengalaman is never instant. You have to melalui a journey. Art is all about that. It doesn't matter whether you're a photographer, cameraman,
audio man,
it doesn't matter, because the more you do something, the more you menimba your skill. And that is the important thing, is when you go through that journey, you go through the skill. It's not old-fashioned mentality yang, oh, I kena buat kungfu dulu, naik bukit, carry bucket up and down 400 kali. It's not that. It is the pengalaman of carrying that bucket. It's not the act of carrying the bucket. It is the skill that you get back. And you can see that artis macam Search and Wings bertahan sampai sekarang because of that engagement dekat ground. Dia turun padang every weekend. Expo. Hujan, expo. Kilat, expo. Sunshine, moonshine. They're playing dekat atas pentas tu. We have melalui segala apa. Those people from those days, you ask them. Expo punya fun fair punya owner bayar you dalam satu gunis $1 note, $10,000 in $1 note, yang basah-basah lagi. I take to the back count. 1, 2. Seronok. When you think about it, you like, wow man, itu adalah pengalaman untuk saya juga. A journey for my time in the business, which I really appreciate. Having lalu that thing, having watched the artists go through hell and back, gives me a different perspective of the business. Saya agak respect artists. Nobody ever thinks about the artists yang they have a problem at home, they don't feel well, they just broke up with their boyfriend or girlfriend, but they still have to go on the pentas and menghiburkan you know. They have to get up there and give everything they got dekat atas pentas tu. Did everybody think about it? No. And actually, it's true. You shouldn't need to care. Sebagai audience, kita tak care. We don't care you got sore throat ke, you feel bad ke. I paid money to see you menghiburkan saya. But always remember that is what the artist is doing. They are menghiburkan awak. They are giving you a part of themselves. In art, and again, it doesn't matter what, photography or musician or what, bila kita buat seni kita actually give a part of ourselves to the seni. You put your own fingerprint dekat atas seni. That's why no two photographers can be the same. No two artists can be the same. Because benda tu adalah unik pada that individual. Actually, in the beginning of my career, saya rasa saya nak try almost everything for a couple of years so that I know, saya faham how everything works, and then at the same time, saya dapat tahu apa yang sebenarnya dalam music industry ni I love very much to do. And so yes, artist management, touring, live recording studio. I kerja King Studio. I rasa King Studio was 4 tahun ke 5 tahun dekat Kings. Yeah, that was also a very big experience for me. I mean, banyak menimba pengalaman in different disciplines, and that pengalaman and that insight sebenarnya give me the knowledge of how each and everybody works, how each and everybody thinks and the problems that they face. So saya faham problem engineer, saya faham problem musicians, so I know how to treat them. I need to remember that this person is human. He's got feelings, he got ego. And a lot of people always ask me, artis dengan musician ni banyak ego. Sebenarnya yes, they have ego. They have to have ego. If not, you cannot get on top of the pentas and perform like that. I couldn't get on the pentas and perform. I can't. 10,000 people, I think 100 people already ada pengsan, okay? Don't talk about 10,000 people dekat luar tu yang nak baling batu ke, nak tengok awak gini ke. Yes. So you do need some kind of ego to get on that pentas and do your job properly as an artist. And that you have to respect. Benda tu awak kena respect. It is good if you take a little bit of time and think to yourself, wow, this artist is human. He's just like you and me. The life is just like you and me. But they live their life in front of the spotlight all the time. Yes, you can say that they chose to do that. It's true. I choose whatever I want to do in life and I have to live with it. I cannot complain that, oh, everybody talks bad about me or what. I mean, you are in the spotlight. You are going to kena. And so you have to have thick skin to go forward. You have to tutup telinga and jalan and take criticism sebagai criticism. Kalau criticism tu constructive, awak ambil aja. Kalau criticism tu or not even criticism, kalau it's just melemparkan benda yang nak whack saja, then you just put it aside lah. You look at it and then okay, tak apa. If you let it get to you, it's only destructive for you, not the person that melemparkan the benda. Right. They just melemparkan. It's destructive for you to simpan dalam hati ataupun to take it and think to yourself, oh yeah, I feel so bad about myself, you know.
And then after that,
saya kerja club, Pyramid Club, Jalan Campbell. That is where I really met our very, very talented bands. My band love is from the ground because I see that talent. We're talking Headwind, Heavy Machine, Search. Wow, they really entertain. Then people were saying, oh, Filipino bands come in here, take out, cari makan lah. Those bands yang dapat bersaing dengan those Filipino bands are the best bands in the world. Alley Cats, they can bersaing with Filipino bands. No problem at all. It's a totally different target market. The Filipino bands there, they do cover versions. They are there to entertain the crowd. And yeah, you learn a lot of things about why club owners like the Filipino bands is because they make the cash register ring. Hari ni customer request lagu, besok dah tahu lagu tu. They're working because it's cari makan for them.
Jukebox,
yes, but it's cari makan. In their country, they cannot earn a living. So at that time, so they come out and they really work. This thing is a job to them. So bila somebody said, hey, sing for me whatever song, then malam tu dia dah duduk dekat club. Semua orang dah balik, dia masih belajar lagu tu in preparation for the next day. Next day customer come, hey, I did this song specially for you. So
how
not to win people's hearts? Yes. I mean, when I watch that, then I understand why. Saya tak saja-saja, oh, these people all semua ambil cari makan kita. Bukan, tapi dia orang dapat menghiburkan hati pengunjung. What we need to do is learn what they're doing. Understand why they are doing so well. But we had bands that could bersaing. There's so many of them. And Blues Gang was one of them. Blues Gang, I close to Blues Gang. Alayaham Karim, Mendiang Jim, they are, wow, man, so humble. Alayaham Karim tengah main drum, wife dia tengah giving birth. I was like, hey, Karim, your wife give birth. Then he... So all benda-benda macam ni kita lalu dalam kita punya journey tu. We know what the artist is going through. The wife is in the hospital giving birth. He got no choice. He have to come and work. Benda macam ni that you really understand the respect that you have to give to these people who give their life to entertaining people. Their life.
Awak Studio.
After that, I went to touring. So saya tour and did events lah. Saya did all those corporate events. And all this time, saya buat pelancaran, a lot of pelancaran because during that time, KLCC lah, Sepang lah, all these kind of things. And Proton, yes, Proton was there. Yeah, Proton was with Alayaham Sudirman because he did the first Proton launch. And then after that, I went to King Studio. And King Studio was another wonderful experience because King was a place where everybody recorded. All the rock bands were there. You name it, Madison ke, you can name Spring, Spoon, Spring. Semua record dekat Search. I mean, it was a real wonderful time to watch those people making their music inside the studio. And the studio was very kind to a lot of us because saya dapat opportunity, peluang nak pergi ke US. They flew us to the US to mix and master Expeditions, one song for Expedisi dekat situ. You get to see how things are done in LA. It's so much different because the environment too is very competitive. You cannot leka for 1 minute. You leka je, ada orang lain yang akan ambil tempat awak. So you have to be on your toes all the time. And that lesson was a very good lesson for all of us that went. That time Zairi went with and Seattle. And then after that it was Faiz from The Weeknd, who was now The Weeknd. He was working in Studio A at that time. So there were different, 2 times that we went over, and that experience I think was a very good experience for all of us. Tapi the experience, the local industry was really going.
Huge that time.
Huge. In the late 80s, when all Isabella and all this kind of stuff, and Ella was going, the industry took a big hit bila dia nak potong rambut. In 1991, when that hit came along, it put a large stop to a lot of the rock bands. And kebanyakan those rock bands dah halfway record or fully record albums dekat dalam studio. So menjadi dilema. Saya dah shoot music video saya, dah nampak rambut panjang saya. Now diminta potong rambut, and keluar dekat surat khabar cara memotong rambut untuk artis macam rambut insurance salesman. It's like, apa ni? So high, macam sekolah, you have to have it half an inch above your ear. Like, ini show business kot. Awak jangan salah sangka about artists that make music, about artists with long hair. Long hair doesn't mean sex, drugs and rock and roll. Hello. I mean, what century do you come from? And takkan you tak ingat, you pun dulu berumur 16 tahun. You pun berumur 17 tahun. Macam mana awak mungkin rebel against your parents sendiri, ataupun awak tak rebel, awak keluar malam. Saya bukan jenis rebel dengan parents saya, tapi saya jenis yang suka keluar malam and watch good quality music. And yes, my mother at that time pun ingat, yes, you sex, drugs and rock and roll. I was like, no, I kerja crazy, okay, my hours are crazy. I kerja 18 jam or 20 jam satu hari, balik, tidur, bangun, pergi balik Mike Bernice. I put a lot of hours into the business because I love the business so much. The business was something that I love so much. It tak rasa anything to me, but tapi orang luar nampak, it's like, oh, Jenn spends a lot of time. Everything was because of music. Everything was because I want to learn. I had a responsibility to be there. Takkan saya tengah nak running show, then something happened, I just drop everything. Oh, bye guys, see you. No, my responsibility is to the show, to the artist sitting up there. I need to jaga. I can't just run off. Sama dengan artis tu. You cannot just run off and bye guys. Thanks for paying $50 to see me, but I gotta go. Bye. No, we all have responsibility to doing something what we love to do.
Awak Studio.
At that time, bila saya kerja studio, there's a lot of artists always coming in. There was Noshila Amin, there was Francisca Peters. The whole world was recording dekat King. And that advantage of seeing people record, and all the musicians that recorded for them, whether it was Datuk Ramli MS ke, Ahmad Nawab ke, Datuk Ahmad Nawab ke, all these people were always in the studio. So you can see their talent, you can feel the talent in the room, you can see how they guide the artist. It is quite an amazing time to dapat really understand how music is made. So when people think that, alah, senang je lah, so one song 4 minutes is 4 minutes. No, it takes a whole room of people to make that music. I mean, from composer to lyricist to arranger, the arranger is so important. Yang paling unrecognized in the business is the arranger of the music. The composer and the lyricist make black and white drawing. Okay, here's a drawing. It's a really nice drawing. But the arranger yang letak colour and decide what kind of string, nak buat lagu tu sayu, nak buat lagu tu happy. That is the arranger's job. That how to really make you feel that music is the job of the arranger. Then comes the vocal. The vocal also has to make you feel. Kalau dia nyanyi sambil lewa, you're not going to feel anything. And that's why when you watch singers and they go to that high note, everybody will clap. But everybody thought it's just an Asian thing. It's not. You watch The Voice pun it's sama.
Right.
The artist hits a high note, everybody like, eh! Because benda tu is forcing the singer out of their comfort zone to hit something that everybody's like, whoa, happening. And it's automatically, you nak ke tak nak, you will clap. It's a psychological thing. So songs, emotion, is all psychological. If you listen to lagu-lagu, our sad songs and lagu ballad kita, you can hear, you dapat rasa emosi tu. Kenapa ramai orang suka ballad? It's because dia tahu they felt that emotion before, so they tertarik pada that emotion. So it is something that is very special inside, that is made inside a studio. You know, I'm thankful that I get that kind of experience. It's a really full-on creative experience when you work in a studio.
And then because of that, Freddy Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, Aziz Bakar, and make you as a pengurus besar dekat AIM.
I started with AIM. I mean, because saya memang kenal ramai artis. I kenal all the artis, underground, overground, wherever ground. I was fortunate enough to be there. So after second AIM, saya dah masuk campur sikit, and third AIM saya dah terus masuk the office. So yes, I kerja there for almost 15 years. In AIM was the longest. I mean, I really love the idea of AIM being the Grammy Awards of Malaysia and giving recognition to people who wouldn't normally get the recognition. It's not about popularity. It was about giving recognition to people who did quality stuff. And that time there's a lot of quality coming out. I tell you, we are as good as anybody outside the region. Internationally, we are as good. The only problem is mungkin kita punya experience level. Because those people in, let's say, in the US or UK, their experience to tour, their experience to do things at a much greater level. But kita kena faham, dia orang America is 200 over years old, and we are only 60 at now. So you can imagine the punya gap to the difference. Tapi we have really caught up. A lot of people don't know we have a lot of musicians that play outside of Malaysia, making money in China, or not only money but earning a lot of respect at that level in China. That's international level already, a musician, and we have to be proud of that fact that we have such a small country like us, we can have that kind of level of music, that kind of level artist. Kita harus berbangga dengan tu.
AIM juga memanggil artis-artis underground seperti Butterfingers, Too Fat untuk main overground pula lah waktu tu kan. So memang you yang panggil ataupun your team, and then ada satu lagi performer Arwah Datuk Sharifah ini bergabung dengan Too Fat.
That was the best part about AIM, because you get to see an industry that fall behind what is in the past, what is in the future. You get to see everything when you work at AIM, because you need to do research. For me, every show that I do has its own nyawa. It has its own reason. And that heart is what you have to understand. And the heart of AIM is to memperkenalkan something that is amazing, but maybe people don't have the opportunity to listen to it. Mungkin it doesn't dapat radio airplay yet. Maybe it doesn't dapat the kind of recognition because people don't know. So, I mean, kita faham that something like an awards night like that needs the big artists as well, needs your popular artists, because you got sponsors, and of course the big artists are good at what they do. They have the experience, they have the money and the ability to do what they want to do at that level. But at the same time, you have those that don't have that much experience, or have the experience and don't have the platform to get their music further out there. Kita sebagai AIM, sebagai industri, it's our responsibility to mengetengahkan bakat tu, to show people that, hey, we have this talent. Please open your eyes. We've got it. It's not all about just hit songs and hit artists. It's about the talent. So that's what we must always remember. Benda tu adalah for the talent. And that's why we choose songs. We will see the albums and say, hey, these guys have never had a chance to perform. Why don't we put them out there? Why don't we take the risk? Or kalau mereka adalah talent yang we know who they are, then menampilkan dia orang dalam a different light. dengan orkestra, dengan small group, dengan big group, duet, nyanyi ramai-ramai. Whatever is something different but is comfortable for the artist. In art, kita tak boleh force people to do something that they don't love to do because dia akan nampak dekat atas pentas yang dia tak happy untuk buat benda tu. Kita kena faham that we are dealing with a human being. So, sit down, discuss. It's all about discussion and about what everybody, production, TV, artists, whatever they are comfortable with.
Right.
You know, and that's how AIM is run every year based on forward thinking, tapi at the same time kita kena bagi tribute to the artists that we have already that did so well. And I tell you, the people who always come on time, never lambat, learn their parts, all the seniors. The seniors are the ones that are always there, but at the same time, when they do that kind of example for the kids to follow, the kids do follow. So it's something very nice to watch when you ada a mixture of senior artists and the junior artists. It's very very heartwarming to see macam mana dia orang mengajar each other and how they challenge each other dekat atas pentas tu. It's very nice.
Right. Adakah same formula you bawa ke ABP?
ABP is a different thing. Like again, sama it's a different heart because dia adalah popularity.
Right.
So whatever you decide you nak letak dekat atas pentas tu, it has to be popular. Kalau tak popular, it's like it's ABP. It's a people's choice of what. So you give the people what they want. But again, menampilkan maybe in a different light. To make it different, you're doing the same formula round and round and round. You have to come up with a different formula, a different idea, but it's popular based for those people that chose the artists that they love to watch. So every show has a different look and feel and reason for it. I mean, there's a lot of history that passed on the AIM stage for sure, and even the ABP stage actually. Yeah, like you mentioned just now, yang agak unforgettable is Too Fat and Dato' Sharifah. Yes, that was like amazing. The two boys came, come let's do something. I'm like, what do you want to do? Why don't we get? I'm like, are you serious? Okay, wait, I call. Like I said lah, it was a collaboration of ideas amongst artists, and I pernah ada artis yang nak bawa bas dekat atas pentas, nak bawa gajah atas pentas. So macam-macam idea akan terlintas fikiran, and it's good. We take the idea to the moon, tapi kita capai the bintang is good enough lah. Saya nak fly lah, saya nak ni lah, saya nak gantung upside down lah. Or you are the one come out with the idea. How about you fly? Fly, really? You know, so a lot of things that AIM allowed us to do, which was out of the box, something different at that time.
You punya pengalaman for I think more than 30 years, okay, memang semua orang tahu dalam industri, memang semua tahu lah, macam aku pun semua memang tahu lah Jennifer Thompson ni
orang industri dia yang
tahu lah, okay. And then after that, orang luar dapat tahu lepas you jadi judge dalam Versus tu aku lah compose dia punya montage. Nanti nak jual diri aku pun nak claim juga. Okay, so lepas daripada Versus, and then nama Jennifer Thompson ni daripada memang meletup, lagi meletup. Okay, and semua orang tu.
I don't think, I mean, it's not meletup lah. I mean, after I came out of AIM, saya dah terfikir, kata, people don't know who I am. Orang industri, yes, everybody, all musician, artis, Jenn. Orang luar is like, who the hell is this Mak Saleh yang boleh bercakap pasal, and why is she so clever about the industry? What the hell? Nonsense lah. So I was thinking to myself, macam mana? Because saya nak make an impact for our industry. Because saya pernah lalu benda tu, so when I can relate something to people, if I can make one person understand about artists, if I can make one person go to a gig and support a band, that's my job done already. Saya dah buat my job to move the industry back again. So kalau orang tak kenal awak, it's very hard to do. So syukur Alhamdulillah when I got the chance to do Versus. I mean, Versus is something that is very, very, very close, dekat dengan hati saya. So close, because it take me back to the bands, which I started off there, on the ground, watching bands come up. And bands are the most underrated people here in the mainstream, because it's ramai orang nak jaga, It's expensive to take them on tour, and they do genres like rock, metal, grunge, which maybe is not mainstream, but the followers on the ground, ramai kot. It is unbelievable when your song doesn't get airplay, but 5,000 people can sing it at Rock the World. My God, that is amazing. That shows you the power of music and shows you how much somebody can make that impact even without. As we go along, we can see artis-artis macam Hujan, Yuna, they made their mark without having to go through the mainstream way. Dia membesar di ground sahaja. So when Versus came about, Versus gave me the opportunity to balik, to help, not help lah, because the bands actually don't need that kind of help because they are dahsyat good. And that program allowed them to show kedahsyatan mereka without because really it is tanpa batas. You can do whatever you want with the song. Nah, ni lagu dia, silakan. Songs that are older songs was chosen because people ada comparison. So dia tahu what the original song sounds like and what the band has done with the song. So you can see. Buka-buka pintu, lamunan terhenti. Oh my God. When I look at each other, it's like, oh my God. Gila kot. Kita pun tak sangka benda tu akan just go right off the planet. Black Parallax, Go Gorilla. Oh my God. It's like, whoa. The season 1 was like unbelievable. Season 2 was also unbelievable. Dengan Kyoto, dengan OCK, dengan Tomo even. So different. So he's able to show something so different because for me, Tomo is crazy good, vocal crazy good, but still never achieved that superstar status. He should. He is so crazy. There are so many like that. When I watch them on pentas, I'm like, if more people would come out and tengok benda ni like this, they will fall in love. Benda tu is amazing. If you watch OCK live, OCK is one band that can move one audience. No matter the audience datang situ, don't like OCK, don't want, they will end up dancing. That's their power on top of an audience. So yeah, you learn so much watching everybody every day. Even up to today, there are a lot of things yang masih saya belajar dari watching our artists perform. By listening to what is happening on the ground, that really inspirational lah. Benda tu inspire kita nak continue kita punya journey dalam this business. If not, if there was no inspiration, I tell you, with the kind of problems that we face, kita tutup pintu and walk away. But because of that talent, because of that, you see all these youngsters, you're like, gotta continue lah. Benda ni have to go on. I mean, music and me is sebaya lah. You can see because my journey, setiap kali saya nak buat something in the music business, it's because I love it so much. Benda tu is like, I never imagined that it could happen that way. Sometimes diri saya keluar dari comfort zone saya, buat benda yang saya tak pernah buat. Diberi peluang menjadi show caller untuk SEA Games is something yang saya tak dapat agak in my whole career. Saya dah sampai tahap 50 years old kot. Saya dah okay lah, Jenn, pack your bag, duduk diam-diam in the corner there and Tapi bila I dapat peluang nak buat show caller sebagai SEA Games, bekerja dengan orang international, I was like, can I do this job? Can I really? Are you sure, Jenn? And when you manage to pass it, you rasa to yourself, I'm lucky that I get to bekerja outside my comfort zone and push myself and prove to myself that I can do it. And when you see that 80,000 stadium sing those songs for those people, you're like, that's the power of music. Your faith in the business, your faith in the artist is 100% renewed. You're like, damn, we can't give up. We have to go on.
How we want to, create like macam you cakap tadi, you punya journey daripada late 70s, 80s and then sampai sekarang, you boleh nampak perbezaannya dari segi touring. Touring ni sekarang lagilah cost money and then sponsorship. Macam mana kita nak menjual dekat klien yang bahawa, okay, you know what, you have to give us like this kind of budget to continue our project. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of things that menjadi that add to the problem of this. Number one problem, I think, is that music is now boleh pakai buang, just like everything else, just like a phone. Today you've got iPhone 10, 6 months later, cheng,
11
iPhone
coming,
11.
yeah.
Advertisement. You don't draw to the artist per se. Macam radio or Spotify or all the formats that allow people to listen to music. Dia tak bawa loyalty pada artis. Dia hanya loyalty pada lagu. Hari ni saya suka lagu ni, besok saya suka lagu tu. Because it's not, oh siapa artis ni? Here's the CD cover. I read the CD cover. Oh ini artis dia. Ini gitaris dia. I suka gitaris ni. So you dari informasi that CD cover, you boleh jatuh cinta dengan composer, lyricist, sessionist, producer, album cover, designer, banyak benda yang terlibat secara tak langsung dengan pembikinan lagu tu pun you boleh jatuh cinta dengan dia orang. Because the information is there. Sekarang kalau you dengar dekat radio, everybody likes to do things that sound alike. Okay. You won't even know which artist it is because no sebut. It's like, ni artis yang mana ni? And then after that you hear guitar solo dahsyat. It's like, siapa main ni? You won't know. You will have to call the artist and say, siapa main? I'm lucky I can call the artist. Kalau you tak kenal siapa, you won't know. So that I think brings about another set of problems that there's no loyalty to the artist. Dulu orang gila-gilakan artist because they get feel closer to the artist. Now the only way to do it is by touring. Touring is the only form of engagement on the ground. So that's why you will find Shawn Mendes, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, they tour like mad. Number one is your biggest income earner. Number two, it mendekatkan you pada the ground, for sure.
But again, they have their strong fund. That's why they can do that. But like what I said, my question is how we, like an artist or other newcomer, nak buat gig or small gig lah, like showcase apa. Diorang ni macam tak ada budget.
The gigs are happening on the ground. Without a doubt. I mean, for those people who don't know, the gigs are happening. Please go and support because benda tu adalah incubator awak. It grows the artist to become your hujans, your bang face of today. So you have to go and show support. Fall in love, please go and fall in love, okay? But if the hard part is those days kita ada banyak sponsor, cigarette sponsors, all kinds of sponsors.
Yeah.
I mean, cigarettes was the biggest. Salem, being Salem power station,
British Tobacco,
BAT, and they really pushed the industry forward. But when the industry becomes an unstable thing for people to invest in, show cancel, tak boleh pakai perkataan mania, rambut panjang, rambut pendek, rambut tindik telinga, all kinds of problems. Okay, kita dah pernah lalu. So sekejap-sekejap ni, sekejap-sekejap tu, show cancel ni tak boleh, permit kena ni. And this is local artists. We're not talking even foreign artists. Bila kita belum sampai ke tahap foreign artists, local artist show pun boleh kena cancel, permit boleh kena tarik. So peminat pun jadi sangka nak beli tiket, should we buy? Tak apa, kita tunggu dulu artis tu datang sampai dekat stadium baru nak beli tiket. So you become that kind of mentality. Nanti aku beli tiket, duit saya burn ataupun saya kena tunggu nak dapat refund balik, tak dapat. So and then the sponsor dah stage dah up, semua dah jalan, lepas tu permit kena tarik. So it's become very unstable for the sponsor to sponsor our business. So after the 2000s, it was a very hard time to find a sponsor to come into the business, and I think we continue until today to have that problem. But we're trying to work out a lot of things. I mean, right now kita dah berbalik pada masa yang all the bands and artists are active on the ground dekat dalam gig kecil-kecil. And I hope that they will continue to find ways to make money, because the important thing is you do what you love, but you need to make money. You have bills to pay. It's not that you do what you love. That's why people have to understand, when I ask somebody to sing a song for my branding, when I do this, please pay them. And jangan ambil 30 days or 60 days to pay them. When they done the job, when a creative has done the job, please pay the creative, because creative is kais pagi makan pagi. Today I do my job, that is my income to pay my bills. So please pay me. Thank you. Thanks. So when we have a business that is doing well, I mean everybody is performing, we also need them to be able to make money from doing what they do. If they don't make money, die back again. So sekarang is the time we really need to push people to start supporting back the music scene, sponsors to come into the business. Also for us to be allowed to go to our target market. The target market for music sebenarnya is 16 to 24 years old. That's why in the US and the UK it's a college circuit. We need to be able to do that. We need to be able to take the music on the ground, and for music that maybe won't get airplay, at least orang boleh buat choice. They can choose, I like, I don't like. And please people, the choice is yours. Tak ada hak nak say you must like. I definitely believe. Tapi bila awak nak mengkritikkan seorang, awak kena figure a way, a nice way of mengkritik. You don't just bash somebody on the head for no reason. You think people buat lagu to sound bad? Buat lagu to not menghiburkan you? The niat is always to menghiburkan. There's always a niat to do songs, to do art, to even do this program. Niat dia tu, you mesti tengok niat dia. Awak jangan pergi, I don't like this lah. What rubbish is this? And then some 4-letter word, 10-letter word, 16-letter word or come out dekat YouTube, dekat internet. It's so easy for somebody to write that. But the impact to the person making the music, making the program is much greater than you think. At least say lah, if you want to be constructive about your criticism, lebih practice, lebih ni. Because awak selalu nyanyi sengit or whatever you want to say lah. But be constructive about your criticism. Don't just whack just like that. You must understand that person's punya niat is to try and entertain.
Yes, correct.
Nobody does a show to make themselves look bad.
Yes.
I think the main viewership mentality, those that really, really love music, you know, a lot of people don't realise that on the ground still ada orang yang menggilakan artis, yang stand there, yang stand in the rain, yang nak ambil gambar, nak signature, masih ada. Tapi because a lot of people sitting in their offices don't see this kind of thing, dia dah mungkin past the umur nak turun padang nak tengok benda tu. It's very different. I go to metal gigs. I watch those kids. Those kids just want to meluahkan perasaan and then go back and continue with their normal lives. It's all about art. And I tell you, most of our metal guys are the cleanest guys they don't smoke, they don't drink, they semayang 5 kali, they don't even swear sometimes. So it's like, you sure you do metal? You know, it's like, Assalamualaikum kak, apa khabar kak? It's like, okay. Tak metal langsung, tapi okay lah, terimalah.
Tapi layan metal, right?
Yes. I mean, but it's all about talent. If you watch those speed metal guys, oh my God, all those guys that do screamo. Wow, man, macam mana you do that? I go home and I try. No, I can't do this.
Awak Studio.
Okay, last but not least, your kata-kata semangat untuk pencinta muzik di luar sana.
For me, Malaysia has so much talent. It's sayang if people don't support the talent. And for me, I don't mind what genre you like, what music you like, whether it's mainstream, whether it's independent. Sebenarnya to me, independent is only a mindset. Lama-kelamaan, independent jadi mainstream juga in the end. So, please go out and support. Yang paling penting is go out and support. Don't share your music without at least giving back to the artist. It's not about piracy or whatever, everybody that, cannot do this, cannot do that. It's about thinking about the artists and about the people who create things. One day, it could be your son, your daughter, your sister, your brother that involved in the arts and they are struggling. So you have to remember that you have a responsibility to support the arts. And it is for us. Arts is not 100% about money. It's also about making us feel good. You have to remember how that music makes you feel. Happy, sad, stops you from being murung ke whatever. There's so many things that music can help you do. And you sometimes don't even think about it. Help you through the traffic jam so that you don't feel like you want to kill the driver in front of you. So things like that. Just remember what music does for you. That's important.
Alright. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Okay, selama sebelum ni kita ada interview hip hop, kita ada owner, record label and everything. Aku mengharapkan aku akan boleh buat season 2 lah. Okay, itu harapan aku lah. Alright. So nanti apa-apa aku akan update dekat aku punya YouTube. Alright. See you next episode. Next episode tak ada lah. See you next season. Alright. Bye. Ciao.